you can control the timing of your manifestations. The manifestation is already complete vibrationally before you see any evidence of it. Before you spend $1, before you write a single word, before you write a song, before anything is physically created, it's all done vibrationally, and it's all done vibrationally to the point where you can't see any evidence of it until it's too late, until it manifests. And you can control the timing. You do have the ability as a creator to think a thought and have that instant manifestation. You see, you can do that. You can control timing. And the way that you control timing is, it's up to you. That's the thing about the timing, is that it's up to you. And what is it up to? What does it come down to? It comes down to, how do you really feel about your desire? How long will it take you to go from being confused to feeling clear, to go from being doubtful to going to knowing? How long will it take you? Because that emotion, that emotional shift, that emotional journey is what will determine and dictate how long it takes you to, or how long it takes for you to allow the final or the full gestation of, from vibration all the way to the physical manifestation that you are heralding as the biggest manifestation. In reality, the thing about timing is that the reason why you can control it is because you're the one who is a focuser. So you can choose what you want to focus on. And when you choose what you want to focus on, law of attraction makes that focus easier. And as you focus on it, as you give your attention to it, then you know what happens? Momentum starts to ensue because you start to focus on there more. It gets easier and easier. Law of attraction makes it easier and easier for you to focus there. And then momentum undergoes, and then there is a manifestation. So timing exactly works like that because you control the two factors. You control focus, and you can thereby control your momentum, right? And then you have to introduce something else into the equation, emotion. Because now when you understand that, you can choose what you want to focus on and how long you focus on it, and you introduce emotion, because now you have a way to discriminate. You see, there's a lot that you can focus on, so you have to have a way to discriminate. What exactly do I focus on? You focus on what feels good. If it feels good, continue to focus on it. And if it doesn't feel good, if it feels less than satisfying, if it hurts your stomach, if you feel in your solar plexus, if you're translating that negative emotion as something that just doesn't feel right, then that's a thought that you do not want to go in the direction of. That's actually a thought that you want to slow down by going general, by stepping back, and by soothing yourself, by slowing the energy, the momentum down. Law of attraction makes it easy for you. Law of attraction makes the timing of your manifestations inevitable because you're always experiencing timing, except you don't have that much control over your focus. And then if you don't have control over your focus, you don't have control over your point of attraction. You don't have control over your vibration, the vibration that you emit. The law of attraction will match. You see, most of our friends, they're focusing on whatever is real. They say if it's real, then I have to focus on it. But you see, what's real is really, there's no true criteria for what's real, because all that's constituted as real in your physical time and space is something that someone focused on into fuller and fuller manifestation until everyone else could see it. And they call that a reality. They call that real. But the thing is, real is an eye of the perceiver, and you're all perceiving differently. You all have your own experiences. So real, it really is no criteria to focus on any reality, because if real is your criteria, then you're going to focus on things that don't feel good. And that's the thing, is that most of the times you go in the direction of those dark alleyways of negative emotion. And the thing is, even though it feels negative, you're still going to think in the name of being right, in the name of being, honest, in the name of being, realistic, because you feel a little deceptive. So just ignore reality. And the thing is, it's not that you need to ignore reality, it's that this reality doesn't matter anymore. This reality that you're now looking at has already turned into a thing. This reality that you're now looking at, that you're beholding with your senses, this manifestation right now is a result of the momentum of before. So that's exactly why. You see, the reason why you're getting the things that you're getting, the reason why you're thinking the things that you're getting, the reason why you're getting the physical manifestations, the money that you're getting, is because of law of attraction. Because the law of attraction is perpetuating what you have going on. You literally get what you think. So then, that's just it. Law of attraction. The thing is, you can offer a new point of attraction. You can gradually shift your vibration. You see, you can conjure the emotion, and the thing is, we're trying to get you to conjure the emotion, because the manifestation is a little harder because you have resistance. If you want money, the money feels, a little bit more closed off. You have resistance because the money means a job. The money means a means to the money. The money means taxes. It means things that you're not vibration ready for. But the emotion, things, if you can really hear this, then you really have the key to your manifestations, because it's really the emotion. Because like we said, focus is inevitable. You're going to be focusing on something because you're a focusing mechanism, and momentum is what's going to happen. Well, let's say it like this. Law of attraction will add momentum, because law of attraction and momentum are literally the exact same thing. So law of attraction will add momentum to anything that you get focused to. 17 seconds is all it takes for the law of attraction to give you more and more of that thought until you have a whole really good steady belief going, until you have enough momentum going that there actually is going to be a manifestation, whether it's an emotion, whether it's an idea, whether it's a rendezvous with a person. It's that the thing about controlling momentum, because everything about your desire is already complete, meaning you asked for it, it's given. You ask, it was given, and now you have to receive it. Now you have to do your work, which is to receive it, to be in the receptive mode. And the thing is, to be in the receptive mode of your desire, you have to understand that your emotions are the only way you can tell if you're in the receiving mode of your desire. That's the thing is that your emotions are the only way that you can understand how to manifest, or how you are doing in your manifestation journey. Because when you're manifesting something, meaning you're dreaming about it, you're talking about why you want it, you're doing the processes, you're releasing resistance, you're not going to see any distinct, like any physical evidence until it's too late. You're not going to see any sort of physical change. You're going to feel an emotional change. And that's the thing, is that the emotional change has to be enough, because that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants the emotion. And we're telling you that the emotion is easier than the physical manifestation. And if you can get the emotion, then the physical manifestation must come. Because right now it's an emotional reality. Right now it is a vibrational reality. Right now there's only a vibrational version of your desire. But the thing is, we need you to get unconditional, because when you get unconditional, then you understand that it was really all for the feeling, that you're not doing anything to manifest anything, because you're truly doing it for the greatest manifestation of all, the emotion. You are vibrational. You are these vibrational creatures. But somewhere along the way, you got so addicted to reality, you got so enamored to this what is, because 5 senses, because you could see it, because it was real. And so you don't have control over your focus. You focus on whatever's in front of you. You focus on what's real. And we're saying you need to be a lot more discriminating, because you need to be selective about what you think about, because that's how you control your timing. In order to control your timing, you have to understand that you're a focusing mechanism, that you actually have a vibration that you're emitting, that you can control the time. You can speed it up. The thing is, you can also delay it. And the reason why you can delay is because, you can be moving along. You can be having some really good momentum, meaning you're feeling good about your desire. You understand the laws of the universe. You understand all this. And so when you observe what is, when you observe reality, then you sort of get out of the vortex, and you stay out of the vortex, because you want to justify reality when this what is now moment has no meaning, meaning it doesn't matter anymore. But it matters to you, because you think that I should look at it, I should pay attention to it, there should be something that I should sort of, I should reflect, I should analyze it, so I don't have to repeat anything. And we're saying the second that you lived it, you already did all that. You already sifted through all of physical reality. You already did all that. And so now your job is to be the receiver of your desire. Now your job is to be the controller of time, because remember, it all comes down to emotion. You don't need to control momentum. You need to control your focus, because when you control your focus, then momentum is just natural. But you have to remember that it's the emotion that really matters, because when you care more about the emotion than the manifestation, because the emotion is easy, the emotion you can have right now, that's that vibrational currency that we're talking about. That's that vibrational currency. You can find the vibrational currency where it's for the dollars right now, and you can feel the dollars right now. You see, the law of attraction doesn't know if you feel it or if you actually have it. It's just going to give you more of it, because that's what you're emitting. And that's what daydreaming is all about. Daydreaming is you finding another reason to feel good. The reality doesn't matter. Reality is not what you're finding your joy from. You're finding your joy from the image in your mind. And so your inner being is there with you, feeding you those desires, feeding you those daydreams, because your inner being is standing there right in front of you in your vortex. It's literally right in front of you. It's always ahead of you. You have to catch up to your inner being. And we're going to take this time to just remind you that you really have an inner being, and that your job, the reason why you're vibrational, and the reason why it matters that you're really vibrational, is because you really only can enjoy the emotion. Everything that you want is for the emotion, because you're only vibrational. You're not as physical as you think, meaning it's not about the tactile as much as you think it is. It's about how you feel while you're enjoying the tactile, because you came here to be a source energy being, and that's exactly who you have to be. And that's what the art of allowing is all about. That's what manifestation is all about. It's all about you being all of you in this now moment. It's about you finding a vibration, not because of how productive that vibration will be, not because of what it will yield you, but for how it feels. For when you are picking vibrations for how they feel, now you've got it, because that's what you want. And many people would call you irresponsible. They would say, you just want to dream all day. When are you going to go into action? When are you going to actually make things happen? And you say, well, I already did all that. I already did all that work. And we know it's annoying to trust your emotion, because you can't see them, but you feel them. And the emotions you have to trust, and you do it a few times and you'll realize that there is a connection between how you felt and what happens next. There always is a connection. And so as you prove that to yourself, then you can truly believe that you actually can control the timing of your desires. You see, we don't think that the absence bothers you as much as it does. We just think that you are not really aware of your focus. We think that you don't care about your focus. We think that you don't care about how you feel, but now you will, because you understand that feeling good is what you're looking for. It's so interesting because everyone's running around and they're offering so much action, when in reality, if they could just take the time to vibrationally adjust their frequency so they were feeling better where they stood, then they would realize that nothing would have to change around them, that they could actually feel good. And then in feeling good, there would be inspiration, there would be inspired action, that they would actually be inspired to do the action, and the action would be very effortless. It would be very simple. You see, we want you to dream. We want you to dream. And even if you don't get what you want, we want you to still be unconditional in your dream and be like, you know what, I had so much fun. I had so much fun, in the dream. I had so much fun dreaming my dream, because you really do have this emotional guidance. You have a way of feeling your manifestations before anyone can see them. And that's what we're trying to get you to understand, is that you have a way of discerning the manifestations and how clear, because by the time a desire feels good to you, that desire is well along its way. It's going to manifest. But the thing is, somewhere along the pipeline, you mess it up because you want the physical manifestation. But if we can get you to switch that and be like, you really want the emotion. And so now there's no resistance, because now you're having the emotional conversation. Now you're talking about, emotional currency words. You're talking about the flow and the ease and the bliss and the satisfaction and the joy. And you're conjuring the emotions and you're feeling them in your solar plexus. Then you can control the timing, because you don't have resistance, because you're having more conversations on the subject of your desire that are non-resistant in nature, that have very low resistance, because you're talking about them very generally, instead of talking about where you're gonna get the money from or how exactly it looks sitting in your bank account. You're talking about the feeling, because that's the thing, is that everyone wants everything for the feeling. But the thing is, if you can conjure the feeling now, then you've won, and because the feeling is what you really want. You see, you really are source energy, and you really have two point of attractions. One right now where you stand, and another in the non-physical realm. And you have a connection. That's what your emotions are about. So what you really want to do, and your greatest manifestation of all, is standing where you are right now, is listening to this video, being all of you, is writing the book, being all of you, is watching the movie, being all of you, because you must be all of you, because when you're all of you, you feel satisfied. And that's your indication that you're being all of you, because you feel positive emotion. That's your sign that you and source are blended into something that's more than just your physical body. You are the extension of source energy, truly on the leading edge, when you're feeling, in those higher emotions, those emotions that are from satisfaction all the way to bliss, those feeling good emotions where you just feel lighthearted, where you just feel relaxed and calmed down and so interested and passionate. Those emotions are the ones that you're talking about, that we're talking about. Because the timing is easy. The timing is not a very hard thing. But the thing about the timing is that you can't go after your manifestation with a hammer and chase after it, because then what type of momentum are you creating? That's the thing, is that when you're going for the physical manifestation, there's always resistance. But when you go for the emotion, there's never resistance. Isn't that interesting? The thing is, even in going for the emotion, there still is this tug of war, because you go for the emotion and a little bit of you is still doing it for, the power. So you go for the emotion, you don't see the results, you get worried. And then instead of, talking about the emotion, you talk about the absence. And then it just is this vicious cycle. And then you can stay away from, you can keep your desire away from you forever. And you don't have to do that, because now you understand that what you really want is emotion. And we know it's crazy. It really does sound crazy, because you're so used to a physical reality. You're so used to being like, okay, but just give me my physical reality already. Give me that manifestation already, and then I'll be happy. But the thing is, it doesn't work like that, because you have to believe it first. You have to believe it up until you see it. And then the thing is, you will see it. It always happens. But even if there's a little bit of doubt with you, the universe doesn't care what you're saying. The law of attraction doesn't hear what you're saying. It feels your vibrational essence. It feels your energy. And so if you're offering your vibration from a place, well, if you're in the receiving mode of doubt, then that's what the universe hears more of. And that's the thing, is that momentum is really the conversation. Momentum is that conversation. You know why? Because no one can defy momentum. It doesn't matter how much you know all this stuff. No one can defy momentum. You have to give airtime to more wanted things than unwanted. It's all about airtime. It's all about consistency. It's all about your habits, your beliefs. That's what momentum is all about. And as you can understand that, you can control momentum because you can control your focus. And the only way that you can control your focus is by caring about how you feel, is about the emotions. Because once you care about how you feel, then the thing is, once you care about how you feel, then you have control over all manifestations. You literally have power over everything, because that's the thing, is that you're molding with the clay of your emotions. You have the ability to literally practice a frequency so much that the universe has no choice but to give it to you. And the reason why you're practicing it is because in the moments that you're practicing it, in the moments that you're dreaming the dream, it just feels so good. So you are living the real manifestations. And we're going to add this little tidbit, because it really is so important. It really is very leading edge, because ultimately you are 2 point of attractions. And when you feel good, it's because in that moment of you finding a vibration that matches or harmonizes with the vibration of your inner being, you with your inner being's point of attraction, you're actually joining your inner being's point of attraction, and you're becoming one. And everything that your inner being has attracted on your behalf is now your current reality too. And that's the true leverage. That's the true leverage that you're looking for. The true leverage isn't, with your effort. The true leverage isn't getting or somehow defying law of attraction. The true leverage is understanding that you can control the timing, and it's all about feeling good. And since you're really good at feeling good, because you really do not like negative emotion, you don't like not feeling good, now you have it.